Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, here's the thing. In this video, I'm going to talk about climate change. I don't want to change your views. You keep your views. And the thing is, though, climate change ties to the Great Reset, the New World Order, XRP. And I want to point out a lot of what's going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if the whole climate change goal is to cover up the effects of the atomic bombs and subsequent nuclear tests over the years. I often thought this myself. I thought they tested all these bombs and nuclear bombs for years. This had to have some effect on the planet. Most likely it did. Governor Newsom and West Coast leaders signed climate agreement to dominate. This is not about electric power. It's about economic power. And that's the way people feel. Virginia Republicans vow to repeal Clean Cars law as interests grow in EVs. Now, we watched California outlaw gas-powered vehicles at some point. I believe it's 2035. New York jumped on board. Maybe Virginia also. U.S. opens new cobalt mine as EV battery needs grow. Financial Times. Recently passed climate laws boost incentives for electric cars with domestic materials. This is actually good. It shows new innovation inside of the U.S. Tucson is requiring many new apartments and businesses to provide EV chargers in their parking lots. Funding for this wouldn't be possible without the bipartisan infrastructure law and the Inflation Reduction Act. Now maybe Arizona will jump on board also at some point. Like pushing climate change and EVs when you stand to profit from your legislative agenda. Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse violated a conflict of interest law with too late stock purchase disclosures. Now here's the thing. I don't believe any politician should be allowed to own stocks, period. Because they buy into these stocks, then they go and make laws that push the value of those stocks up. Insider trading. That's where Gary Gensler should be looking for very easy wins. Canadian Conservative leader makes Trudeau shake after calling out his climate change privilege, gas-guzzling private jet. And that's the thing, it's like a double standard. They want to push climate change while they're flying around in private jets. Does Canada belong to the Canadians, or has Trudeau sold it to Klaus Schwab? The World Economic Forum are active in your governments, in your NGOs, and in your banks and corporations. The World Economic Forum is a threat to freedom and humanity. Its Great Reset must be stopped. Now, here's the thing. The World Economic Forum is already pushing for carbon credits using blockchain. You keep seeing Christine Lagarde talk about it over and over again because that's where they're pushing us. With all this climate change, they're getting us in line for the New World Order. Climate hypocrites Kerry and Gore travel globe in carbon-spewing private jets. Gore has been wrongly preaching climate doom for decades. Irony, U.S. carbon emissions reductions in recent decades are almost entirely the result of expansion of natural gas. The U.S. White House officials using their private jets to travel in as well. And again, these are the same people telling you you can't drive a gas-powered car while they're flying from country to country in a jet. And then when you do see them in a car, they have a whole motorcade driving up the street. You are a clown, and we are not going to put up with any more of your bullshit, John Kerry, who was selected by U.S. President-elect Joe Biden to serve as climate envoy, owns 6 homes, 2 yachts, 12 cars, and a private jet. Now, it's hard to listen to these people tell you to do something when you know they're enriching themselves off of it at the same time. Here's my take on climate change. When China and India capitulate to the demands of the New World Order, Great Reset, World Economic Forum, then we can talk. Until then, the biggest contributors to pollution on Earth need to get with the program. Now, here's the other thing I never understood. Over here in the United States, they want to push climate change. They want to do all they can to keep the air clean, so on and so forth. But on the other side of the globe, you have countries that are deliberately just sending pollution into the air and nobody cares. I don't understand that. We all live on the same planet. Climate change, solar panels produced in China, batteries produced in China, inverters produced in China, optimizers produced in China, connectors produced in China, world's leader in pollution, China. And it goes unchecked. Nobody cares what China's doing. They just keep polluting the planet, the same planet we live on. The government of one of the biggest food producers in the world is forcing farmers to sell their land to the state to achieve climate change goals. Banks are on the verge of default, currencies collapsing, and central banks intervening everywhere. Great reset equals global slavery system. And that's the other thing. They create these crises. Then they'll create crisis and blame it on climate. Like a hurricane hits Florida, actual people die and they blame climate change. I don't understand that. Where's the humanity? They should be doing something there to help them instead of just going out on the world stage and preaching climate change. The last bioweapon did not exterminate the anticipated 60 million needed for combating climate change. Vaccine adoption failed after the people who refused the vaccine survived. To speed up the Great Reset, we are about to have Pandemic 2.0. Now, that's the one thing that worries me. People always talk about nuclear war. It's been trending on Twitter lately. And I don't believe we're ever going to see a nuclear war. But the thing is, I'm worried about Pandemic 2.0 because I believe that they thought they could kill off a lot more people with COVID. It seems like it could be viable. And now that would be more worrisome to me than nuclear war, in my opinion. 94 years is the average for a global reserve currency. The US dollar is 101 years old. Get ready for change. And as we see here, since 1450, there have been 6 major world reserve currencies, periods. Portugal from 1450 to 1530. Spain, 1530 to 1640. Netherlands, 1640 to 1720. France, 1720 to 1815. Great Britain, 1815 to 1920. The United States from 1921 to today. If you notice, the average currency span is 94 years. So what do you think the new currency is going to be? I believe it's going to be digital currency, crypto, maybe XRP. Who knows? But I do know whatever that currency is, XRP will move that currency. There are several conspiracies based around XRP involving the elites, the Great Reset, governments, banks, hidden agendas, World Economic Forum, etc. When XRP skyrockets, this not only proves we were right about XRP, but also everything going on behind closed doors. Conspiracy theorists win again. And the thing is, a lot of people don't believe that there is a new world order coming. They don't even believe in the Great Reset that's talked about quite a bit. A lot of people believe that the World Economic Forum is going to fall apart. That would be great if that actually happened. I would love to see XRP being used on a daily basis for good. Also, I believe climate change is a good thing that people should get involved in. But the problem is the people promoting it are not good people. They cannot come out and promote climate change to me and you while they're off doing, flying in jets, eating whatever foods they want, living the good life while they're hurting actual people that are part of the same society that they're here supposed to be governing over or watching over, like the government. And that's why I think the whole message of climate change falls short. You see people enriching themselves off of it. New CBDC global financial system incoming. XRP is king. China is the largest gold importer in the world. No gold leaves China. Mine gold in China, you can't export it. So it's like a big black hole where the gold goes in and it never comes out. Now think to yourself, what's going on? China wants to create a digital currency backed by gold. That's what's happening. We're going back to the gold standard. XRP has to be high priced to move the value of it. No reduced electricity tax for Bitcoin miners. Now, this is in the Netherlands, or no, Norway, sorry. This is happening throughout the world. They're going to make it so expensive to mine Bitcoin, no one's going to want to do it. I think Bitcoin is not part of the Great Reset. It's not part of the New World Order. The Great Reset, a complete transformation of the global economy. If you're in crypto today, you will be a part of history and you don't even know it yet. You are part of the fourth industrial revolution by investing in crypto. You're going to get very wealthy off of it. At that point, you're going to be part of the new 1%, in my opinion, because I believe a lot of people are going to become very poor when the dollar starts to fall. But I believe we're getting there much quicker than I even thought it would have happened. But I'm going to leave you with this. I believe that the world does need climate change. I don't believe we need a new world order. That's for sure. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.